What's going on, guys? Today's video we're going to be working on the Hellcat swapped Dodge Ram 1500 or Ram 1500. Everybody seems to get mad when I say Dodge, but that's a Dodge Ram. This is just a Ram. But we did a Hellcat swap on it. If you guys haven't seen all that content, that footage, we documented the whole process. Go check that out. It's on this channel. And we are getting ready for race season. So with that, we are starting to beef up some of the stuff. We got the truck ready for Mopar in a hurry. We built the truck in probably, I want to say the actual Hellcat swap was about a month and a half, 2 months. We got that done, but just a bunch of little things that we didn't get a chance to do. And what I want to show you guys on this video is my custom drive shaft. There's a few offerings out there, and you're going to see the process of me getting this thing prepped in this video, because there was a little bit of experimentation, but I'm happy to say that now it is confirmed and I should be good to go. But this is a stock drive shaft. It has its slip in the middle. So this is where it is able to expand and contract, is in the middle. These drive shafts are problematic. This specific drive shaft, the one that you see here with this big massive slip in the middle, is specific to the single cab trucks. The crew cab, all those different ones, they actually have a two-piece drive shaft with a carrier bearing in the middle. But these ones are notorious. If you have a single cab like we do here, it's notorious for throwing the drive shaft and just letting go in the center. One thing though is, after guys end up replacing the drive shaft, all of the offerings that I saw, they do not keep this dampener on it. And I say that because a lot of people end up going to a built drive shaft and end up breaking their transmission, specifically the 8-speeds. If you'll notice, and I've painted mine, I just finished painting it. Normally it'd be all rusty, and you'll see in this video that it was rusty before I painted it, but it is a dampener. It has a big rubber piece, same as you would see on a crank pulley, guys. So here's a 5.7 Hemi. You'll notice on the front of the crank pulley, it has the exact same rubber on it. I don't think you guys would be crazy enough to run your engine without a harmonic dampener. So tell me why everybody is removing it from their drive shaft. I do not know, but I am going to retain it. So one other side note is I've broken a transmission completely in half on this. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll link it above here. But I do not have one of those dampeners. I'm pointing to the crank pulley, but it's almost the same thing on this setup. Even the Hellcats have a dampener on the drive shaft. So I'm gonna put it on this. If it ends up working out on this, I'm gonna redesign this one and do a new drive shaft for that. That way we can get going to the track. But I figured since I had to build a drive shaft to hold the horsepower that we're cranking out on this thing, that I would retain it. So I just swapped it over. Also, you'll notice the slip is on the end, and not only is it on the end, but it's on the back. So the reason why it's on the back is because the slip, even though there's really, really tight tolerances, if you put it at the front, it does have a tiny bit of give in it, obviously. It just, the nature of it has to. So we put it at the back where things aren't moving around so much. And that way, if you put it at the back versus at the front, you're not getting this kind of whipping action off the tail shaft of your transmission. It's all in the back. Some of the guys that are on cutting edge that are building drive shafts, they're putting it at the back, so that's where we put ours. So this is a 5-inch aluminum. It's all Spicer components, so top of the line stuff. So now I'm going to cut to the footage where I experimented to see if I could get this on here, because the flange that I got was a little bit different and I wanted to put the dampener one on there. And you can see how we got to where we are right now, and then we can install it. Okay, so we've got it out, and even though this doesn't matter whatsoever, you guys already know me, I want to go ahead and clean this thing up. So I'm going to clean this, spray paint it black so it doesn't end up all rusty again, and then we'll get to assembling it over here, and we'll try it. So I'll be back after it is painted. Okay, so I got this piece all painted up nice. I taped off where our U-joint goes so that it's not going to interfere with anything. So let's go ahead, reassemble this thing, and see what we got. All right, so I got it mostly on. I didn't fully bottom them out. This one's going to get bottomed out a little bit more and C-clips, but I figured I might as well try this before I bother with the C-clips and fully installing it. It's on here enough so we can throw this thing on and check it out. So I'm gonna crawl my butt underneath the truck, try it out, see what we got, and fingers crossed, boys, that I can hopefully use this the way she is. If not, we're gonna have to throw it all back onto there and then send this thing back. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna take you guys along for a little adventure under the truck. So this isn't fully mated up. I probably got maybe 1/8 of an inch or so between there. And we go all the way to the front of the drive shaft. I've got quite a bit of clearance, so I think we should be good, boys. So I got at least 1/2 inch there, plus you put the 1/8, you know, we're almost, you know, getting into 5/8, 3/4 of play. I pushed, so what I did was I pushed the drive shaft in and completely compressed. If I go all the way back to the back, completely compressed this, so this is bottomed out, and that's how much clearance I have over there. So right now the suspension is fully loaded, so we should be good in that regard. And this thing doesn't really move a whole lot, so only other thing we could check, but I think we should be okay. What I could do is run the drive shaft. I can't really go up anymore. I don't think she's gonna go up any further, and this thing doesn't really move a whole lot. I could maybe extend it. I'm not too sure which way everything articulates. I think it's gonna should effectively get shorter as I go down, because I think it's gonna go more on an angle, so it's gonna, I think the clearance will be more on the air side. That's my prediction. I suppose I can try and double check, but sure, let's go ahead and try. Why not? All right, so that's about way more ride height than this thing will ever see or stand up, and it pulled away, so it did what I thought it would do. If you guys can see, hopefully you guys can see. Can you see? So see at the top there, because I don't have bolts on top, it pulled away even more from the flange. So like I said, it effectively tried to lengthen the drive shaft, so we don't have to worry about it going in anymore. So it's going the right way. So, and I think having, you know, 5/8, 3/4 for it to compress in, if it decides to bottom out anymore, that should be plenty. So I think we're good, boys. I'm gonna take this out and we'll put in our C-clips. All right, so our clips are in, and I just made sure I drove them in with a screwdriver as well, so that they're fully seated all the way around. So everything's good to go, boys. We're gonna go ahead and install this puppy, and now we should be ready for some power. Okay, so the new drive shaft is installed. It's all in there and tight. Looks real good. Hopefully you guys can see it. Maybe, maybe not, probably not. There you go. So the new drive shaft is in. We will be doing a custom exhaust here pretty soon, but we'll at least be hitting the track the way she is, see what she's got, and then be improving on that. Stay tuned. I do have a drag pack coming for the truck, so pretty excited about that. But comment down below what you guys think of all this. I see a lot of people, including myself, on the Dakota. I broke a transmission in half, but the Dakota didn't originally have one of those dampeners on it, and if this works on this truck the way I'm hoping it does, every 8-speed, the Hellcats, they all have that dampener on it. So I'm hoping that this helps, and if it does and this thing works flawlessly, you guys can bet that I'm gonna redesign the drive shaft on the Hellcota, and then hopefully it solves the issues on that as well. So this is my test mule for the drive shaft situation. We're gonna be, you know, ripping this thing, and hopefully it does well. So keep your fingers crossed for me. Give me your feedback down below, what you guys think of this. Personally, I don't think anybody would run an engine without a dampener on it, and that has basically the same rubber on it as well. And it's the same design as a harmonic dampener on a crank pulley, so it's got to be doing something. Comment down below what you guys think of all this. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, check out the other videos. See you guys on the next one.